All right, what do we have? We have a new tournament this week, the Haunted Mansion tournament. Today's Monday's qualifying round. I'm gonna shoot a. I'm gonna go out there. I don't have a lot of time and grade on these holes, so I'm gonna go out there and. Excuse me. I looked at the image and it's not drawing any. I'm not sure whether we were. If I can grab a hold of my pen. Not sure whether we were trying to come up into this direction and end up here, or if we were actually able to try and get on. I think there was a way to try and get through this mouth and get up there. I'm not sure whether it was our red lines must be in this area, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It might be a hook on the right-hand side. Maybe. I'm going to bring Titans. The king of balls today. Let's bring out some Titans. The king of balls. We'll try it with a number 5. I think we're bringing it around from the right and trying to bring it up that, but I can't remember. I'm not going to be too worried about score today. I want to try and play with Dunner this weekend. I just want to go out there and practice a few, so if I miss some putts or timeout, I'm not going to be too concerned about it.
I need to put in a maintenance request, please.
Okay.
I need a new light to be in the office.
Oh.
On the far right at the top.
Okay.
You want me to leave this open for Buster?
Sure. Let's see where we're at here. So I suppose if we brought out a bigger power ball, we could actually try and get onto the other side. And with that wind, it looks like we can get there. Let's take that wind out. 3-4, that's about 2 rings. And let's put the forward distance back in. Hitting it perfect. Ending up in the sand. I think I put curl on it the wrong way. I think that's what the deal was. My wife came out here and I was zoning. I was thinking about what she was talking about and zoning out. And I think I put right hand curl on there and I needed to put left. That's why I ended up in the sand so bad. I think that's definitely the way. With a headwind, it's been working that the wind on these holes. So the wind numbers look the same, but how the wind is affecting, especially on drives, it's if we've got a pure tailwind or tailwind, it's affecting it a lot more. Like the 10%, those days are gone. That was like 1 or 2 rings great to the right, or excuse me, left. Just missed it. I think a perfect would have missed on the other side. I didn't quite pull in enough. Okay, that's the way to do that hole. Only don't get in the rough or the sand. That's the way. We might be able to go the other direction because if you can hit the end of that fairway pad where the rough goes down to the green with any speed at all, if you can roll over the edge, it'll probably roll all the way to the bottom just because of gravity. And if you have a topspin boost ball, that would definitely help. That way you get a little bit more oomph at the very end of your run. I see big balls coming out this week on this hole. Now you could start off on the other side over there where you don't have to do any overpower. And you could bring a big topper. You could probably still get down there in that range that I was at pretty far. Pretty far down there. Hole number 2. What is hole number 2 at the Haunted Mansion? Chateau Lavande. I think it's too far away for a rough bump. I think it is. Let's bring out a navigator. We'll bring out a quasar because we might have some use for some side spin. We'll see what the deal is. Hole number 2. Let's go play it. I'm just going to play straight up numbers. Wherever I'm at. And if there is a rough bump there, it's a long one. And they're in long iron. Yeah. Might be in sniper with a lower. If I'm going to use a long iron, I'm going to need to have a long iron that's got. Yeah, Grizzly might have enough topspin. Maybe. They definitely have enough topspin with that Goliath to do a rough bump. Let's see if they can get it in the hole. Perfect. El Prefecto. They were right on track. Just had their adjustment spin stuff off just a bit. I need something with more topspin than that. I need to bring out a bigger ball. So I can push my red line forward and get up into this range. Right at the +0 mark. +0 with a 3 power ball. That gives me room to work out headwind. My opponent's probably thinking, what in the hell are you doing, dude? Hey, I got a chance to make it right here. And definitely a max club. And the +0 mark. Blue ring off. 3.88 rings. It's 388. Exactly. Hitting it perfect. See if I got my speed right. Way wrong. Needed to pull it just a little teeny bit more, and I did the WAN 3.5 divided by 0.9. I was at max club, and I know with a 3 power ball it's supposed to be 1, but I'm not thoroughly convinced that that's playing right. So I'm using the 0.9. 0.9. Hole number 3. What is hole number 3? This is the benefit of recording your own video. I can go back and watch and see what dumbass shit I did on the first hole. All right. I have actually no recollection of what we're doing on this hole. So I'm going to have to wing it. We'll play it first. We'll go out there and see where the red lines are, and then I can go back and look at the photo and remind myself. I need to see how many tournaments that these have played in. I know I've played these holes, but I haven't played them a lot. Maybe my opponent will jog my memory banks. 5 power ball. Whew. My opponent is pulling out the stops. I guess getting over to that, I think with, let's see where they can get before I open my mouth and put my foot in it. It's unlikely that they can get from this fairway over to that other one, but it just seemed like it was a stretch. Like the middle fairway is where they needed to try and limit themselves to on a par 5. Because that way right there just doesn't seem, yeah. I'm going to give myself 3 rings of separation, 2.5 rings of separation. Take out the wind, 3-1. I'm going to take out a little bit more. And that was 2 rings on the inside, 2 rings to the left. Should have room right there, but now it's all a question of right there. I left myself plenty of room on the left and the right, but a 2 ring is sometimes problematic. Should have a nice T rough bump from right there. My opponent should be going for that. With a level 6 Nirvana, they've got the topspin to run it out, and it'll flatten. Hitting it perfect. Very nice. Close. Could have been closer, but that was still nice. It's kind of range I got right here. Kingfisher. I'm in minimum grizzly. With the rough bump. Minimum grizzly. It's 3.1 divided by 1.3. 2.38 rings. 2.4 rings. Oh, shit. That spot right there doing that rough bump, the ball guide appearing and disappearing, usually when that happens, that's exactly the deal. Is you can hit a spot and it'll, like, you think it's going to go and it dies, and you think it's going to die and it goes. I'll have to work that spot and see if there's a spot to the, I went to the left and put on right hand side spin to see if maybe there was a spot over there, and it seemed like there was, but I'll have to go to the right as well, or excuse me, the left. Excuse me again, I'll have to go to the right and put on left-hand side spin. Trying to, my brain's not working. What's the deal? In the hole. Good game. Good game. Good luck in the tournament. Good luck this week. Haunted Mansion. Hole number 4. I better start dropping some holes here just in case. Just in case. I did drop one, but just in case. Better drop some more. Okay, this par 3 right here. Seems like we can just go for this. Now, there's one of these holes, and I'm not sure this is the one, but there's one of these holes that on one of these courses where it's super downhill, and if you miss it, it'll like roll all the way to the bottom and you can't make it. It doesn't roll off the green. This might be that hole. Maybe. We'll see. I think we can use a nav. See if I can. There's one of those holes on one of these courses, and this might be the one. Maybe. Probably should plug my device in before I run out of power. Since I got like 20 things open and I'm recording a video and playing Golf Clash and doing the deal. Here we roll. Hines goes first. They have a power 3 ball and they are at minimum sniper. I don't think this is the hole that I was thinking of where you can roll down the deal. But coming at it with a lot of backspin like that, I can tell you that if they make the shot, it looks spectacular. The deal is you just won't make the shot very often. Here we roll. Let's see if we can just stop at the hole. We want to get our distance right. We're not so concerned right now with. Okay, there's a no move. Let me see if I don't move it, what happens. I want to leave it a little short and let it roll down to the cup. 3-4. Where am I at in my club? I'm right at minimum. I'm going to have to move it forward a little. Three, 4. 3.4 divided by 1.3 is 2.61. And I hit it 2 rings straight to the right because I was trying to snap it off because I had 0 time left. It still would have been short. I left it a little short because I was seeing if it would roll downhill. And you tell with the wind that you definitely need to add on more wind. That was about a half a ring. I hit it 2 rings great to the right, and that was like a half, so probably like a 10 or a 15% adjustment. At least try it out and see what that works. See what it does. It's hard to tell when you don't hit it perfect, but it was definitely not 2 rings great to the right. All right. Trying to remember. So you guys get the rare benefit of watching me play holes that have been out for a while that I don't know like the back of my hand. Hole number 5. Hole number 5. Spring Major and Haunted Mansion. So yeah, we've only played these holes once before. All right, you would think that we would probably be just trying to get, like, closest that we could get would be just up front. It would seem to me that if you're going to try and get over to the other side, you actually want to come through this rough and try and rough out of it, because it gives you a landing spot closer than these sand traps. Try and take those sand traps out of play and get some curl to, like, hit that rough and then roll forward if you were trying to get over there. But there may be a way to get through the center, but we'll have to see. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Let's just go play it. Let's go play it. Let's take a Titan, though. I'm sure we're going to need that. Titan. Selected. Good to go. Here we roll. Steve. I go first. There's just no way you're going to get down that side. I'm just going to try and get over there to that and see what it looks like. That's 4-5. That's like one ring great to the left. Don't hit the hill. All right, I think that's about as close as I could have got on that. And not been in trouble. Looks like another short iron shot. Might actually be wedge from there. If it is short iron, it's got to be minimum short iron. And that definitely looks uphill from where I'm shooting up to the green. Okay, I am in short iron. There's man. And I am at man. Minimum club. Let's put on a little bit of backspin. Usually when that's happening, I'm going to change something. 3-1. 1.47 rings. Man. I'm going to do 1-4. Oh, fucking I hit it great. Arr! I think that was it. I took off about 10% of the wind. Let's see if that math worked out right. I did a 1.4, so it'd be 3.1 times 1.1. I did a 1.4. If I did a 10%, it would have been a 1.6. Oh, excuse me. I did the math wrong. So I did a 1.4. If I had taken off 10% of the wind, which is what I meant, I would have did a 1.32. hard to tell when you don't hit perfect, but it's close. Into hole. All right. I need to start missing some putts. So I will not qualify today. That would be the whole goal. Use this as a practice round. That way you don't have to waste practice tokens. If you really feel like you need a hole, you can practice it a few times. Good luck in the tournament. Off we roll. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. What is hole number 6? All right. So we only have two options. We're either bringing it around this way and trying to get out into here so that we got this shot coming in, or we're trying to get as far as we can down into this. Is this a par 4 or a par 5? Par 5. So there's no way we're going to make it. We're looking at down here. So probably here or somewhere out in this range. If you get to the right spot out here, you got a T rough bump that you can do if you got the toss in to get there. Or you can come at it. If you're coming from this direction, you still may have a rough bump, but now you're starting to get on that I rough bump and it's not nearly as good. I think hitting straight forward is probably the way to go. We will see. Let's check it out. If it's just raw distance stuff, I'm going to bring out my extra mile. D's putts. And they go first. Yeah, we're definitely hitting it straight forward. Although there is a ton of room to get up in there, but I think if you draw the line if you could get all the way down to the end, I think as far as distance, you're probably the same distance out in that area, but you may have to work a little bit harder for it. My opponent would have wanted to get more distance than that, 412, but that is pretty nice. Let's bring out an extra mile. Just tap that sucker out there as far as we can. It looks like it's downhill. I'm just going to take the wind out and see what the deal is. And I'm just going to take a regular adjustment. And we'll see where that first bounce is in relation to that sand trap. Hitting it perfect. Now watch the first bounce. Then I can go back and look and see where I set it up. But it looked like it was going to roll out. It's downhill going on that. So if I'd have left the wind in there, I definitely would have got pushed off. Max Sniper from 412 where my opponent was at. Let's see if they do a 412. And if I ring pull, roughly, and they're short shooting it. Not quite enough of a pull. Close. There's Max. There's Min. So I'm at Max Grizzly. 4.88 rings. I am way in the hell downhill. I'm just going to do a normal pull. 4.88. Hitting it perfect. El Perfecto. Not nearly enough. It's got to be at least a 20 or a 30% adjustment going down that hill. And it felt like I could barely get to my rings, zoom in order to make the wind adjustments. And I did that at 0.9 as well. 4.4 divided by 0.9 per ring. We need to start missing some shots. Zooming in on it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Give him a chest. Look at that. All right, hole number 7. Hole number 7. What do I have to do to not qualify? I want to make sure I keep that low. Never can tell on Mondays whether people... I've been in brackets where like a 3 made it and ended up making it on a weekend. There's got to be a rough bump on this. There has to be. Has to be. Let's take a nav. Take a navigator just to see what happens. Cut the wind down a bit. There has to be a rough bump. If it's in long iron, I brought the wrong long iron though. It probably, if it is in long iron, I won't have enough topspin. Maybe. That definitely looks like 5 Powerball. Oh, it's more than enough topspin. There's 4 side spin and 1 top spin. Just going to push that red line back using a 1 Powerball, so it'll be with a wood. Probably need to bring a 0 Powerball, but you may need a 0 Powerball that's got more than 1 side spin in order to get in the right spot. I think we're going to have some red line issues right here. It feels like. Okay, there's man. Okay, so I'm fine. I'm fine. Definitely want to bring out a ball that's got more side spin so I could start off more on that in that pocket. Get the hell away from this little G string. I'm going to do 2-2 minimum club. I'm going to just do 2 rings. Hitting it perfect. Didn't do enough. I'm pretty sure I was at minimum club, so if I was at minimum club with a 2-2 wind, 2.2 divided by 1.3, that'd have been 1.69 rings, so I did like a 20% adjustment at minimum, so I'm going to start at max at 1-to-1 and add on from there. Let's see if I can make this. I'll give myself at least a shot. No dice. Gotta hit it perfect. All right, so I know what to do on that one. First thing is bring a ball that's got more side spin. And there was enough room there. Depending on the wind, I probably could have brought out a katana and had access to 3, but like a power 1 or a power 0 ball that's got 4 or 5 side spin would definitely be more beneficial. So in that hole, like starting off, I had to go into this area right here because I didn't have the side spin, but where I'd really like to start is here. It gives us more wind direction, so like we can move out wind in these directions and not involve the sand. We'd only have to worry about those few, so we got a lot more room to maneuver. And then just try and bring it back around down the hill. Would be much more better than starting off on the G string. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. All right, what do we got here? The par 4. So I would imagine trying to either do the skippity skip and end up out in this area, or bring it around and try and come down the funnel. This might be one of those ones. I always like it when we're on a side where there's no obstructions. But wisely, they have choked it up when you get down to the end of the run down here. So if your trajectory's off up here, it's going to be pronounced down here. And it changes direction, so it's easy to run off. I mean, there's just a little teeny gap to get through there. We will see. We'll see what we can do with a... If I take the lower route to the right, it looks like an extra mile shot. But if it's the shot on the left, it looks like it might be an APOC shot because it needs more curl. Hey, knock it off, bro. Broski. Hey, she comes every day. Buster. 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 It's just the mail lady. I'd like to see where that's going to go on the next. Buster. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Bro. She's gone. She's already at the neighbor's house. She's already at the neighbor's house. She's already at the neighbor's house. Yes. Yes. Or you just wanted to get in on some video action and let the crowd know that you're here. Buster says hi. Well, couldn't have got much closer than that, and that is way the hell downhill. So we saw what my opponent's shot looks like. I don't think there's enough curl, not unless you brought a bigger side spin ball or you tried to do a max overpower hook. Okay, there's 5, there's 15. We'll pick a spot out there and then we can maneuver around that spot and see if you can make it around that bend. Since my opponent, you'd need a ball with more side spin than 2. I have to see where I landed in the fairway on the very first bounce and how much room I have to the right. If there's no room to the right, then it has to be a ball with more side spin. If there's room to the right, then I can go back and see where I set that up, and I can start off more to the right and take advantage of that room. That is way downhill. It was right on track. Right over the top of the hole. There's max, there's mid, there's quarter, so I'm in the 8 per ring range. See if we can get out far enough where we can get our topspin to run. There's 4, that's about 3/4 of half a ring. Hitting it perfect. Hello. In the hole. Okay. 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 All right. Family emergency. I will be back. I will be back. All right. So wasn't that fun? Got to go to my mother-in-law's house and call 911 and drop her off. Drop my wife off at the hospital. Look at that. And you're wondering, why am I home? Well, she's with her sister. How many people need to be there? All right, I'm going to shoot this hole. Shoot this hole and then see what's happening. See, the real world's taking over. Damn life. Hole number 9. What is hole number 9? I don't remember this hole either. It would seem to me, let's look at where it seemed to me that we're either trying to get up here or we're trying to do some kind of deal to get into this range. We'll have to see what we can get done with the Titan. Titan and maybe the number 1 or number 5 bag. Maybe, if I can get an opponent. If I can get an opponent. I think my score's low enough, I might be able to actually go for it, but if I don't make it from distance, I'm going to miss my putt just to make sure I don't qualify today. Here we go. Let's see what kind of red lines my opponent has. Oh yeah, we can get all the way up on the right hand side. You might, if you bring out a big enough ball, be able to get through that and get over to that side. That would be even better. And that wind's not helping us today. Not hurting us, but not helping us. If we want to go for that shot, let's see if they can get enough with that topspin boost ball. I think they did. Just a little short. Just a bit outside. Let's see what we can get down with the Titan. I think here, just raw forward distance is better. I'm not sure I have to even use overpower. I'm going to just hit it straight up from right there. I'm going to take the wing completely out. There's 3. There's only about a half a ring of power. Hit it 1 ring great to the right. 1 ring great to the right. And I did have enough room. I could have put that wind back in. Never sure how it's going to roll out. Now, if I was on the left-hand side right there, it drops down on the left, so it might actually if I'd have hit it perfect, it might have rolled out a little bit farther. I live right off of a busy street, and you can hear people talking when they're walking down the sidewalk sometimes. There's a big retaining wall, like my property from my backyard down to the street's probably like a 25, 30-foot drop. So between the street and my house, there's a big hill. It's very steep, very, very steep. But it sometimes sounds like they're in my driveway. I'm right at maximum, right at max grizzly. Right. And I am way downhill. So I'm going to do at least a 20%. So that'd be 2.7. That'd be 5. That'd be like a 3.2, 3.3. There's 3.3. And I hit it great. To the left. And I missed it to the right. So I needed to take out more wind. Even more. All right, that's a spot. I'll miss my putt from here. That'll make it even worse. I think I got some doable holes here. And I'm not so sure that on some of these holes that we might be able to bring out bigger balls and get in a better spot, but we might be able to put ourselves in a pretty decent spot just using par 3 balls. Have to go back and watch the video and see where the deal is. All right, there you have it. That was my practice scouting report on that, because I have so few hours out on that course. And what did we shoot here? Wow, that actually might, no, hopefully that won't make it. Okay, there you have it. That was the scouting practice report for the Haunted Mansion tournament. Thanks for watching.